A new black-owned granola line promises customers that it is made with love. It's the creation of a familiar face from some popular TV shows.
Stop right where you are.
What? Did I step in something?
You know, I took that settlement money from the LAPD and invested it into the community.
That is veteran actor Frankie Faison's character Cuddy in the ABC show The Rookie, Feds. In this scene, he's talking about using his retirement money to help the community, which mirrors what this man does in real life with his new business venture, and that's why we love him. Joining me now is legendary actor Frankie Faison. He's shaking things up right now with his new granola line. It's called Frankie's Fabulous Granola. My brother, thank you so much for joining us here at the Griot. You do a lot of things, and I've watched you for years be a brilliant actor. I think my favorite role of yours is still as the police commissioner on The Wire, because there was so much nuance and depth. But you've done so many amazing things. If you said you're doing Hollywood, you're doing Broadway, if you said you were going to be an acting coach, any of those things wouldn't have surprised me. But granola, I got to say, shocked me a little bit. Why granola?
Because I love granola. I love to eat it. I love to make it. Been doing it for 50 years, and it's given me so much joy. Whenever I'm down and out and feeling lousy, I go into the kitchen and start baking granola.
I could not imagine a more surprising answer than that one. How'd that get started? Was that like was that like a family recipe or something? Was that something that you did as a kid?
Well, 50 years ago, when I, got to college, I was introduced to granola, and I kind of liked it because I love cereal, I love oatmeal and all that stuff. But the granola I was eating, I wasn't that crazy about. And then one day, someone came to me and said, well, here, take some of this granola. I made it myself. I said, whoa, you make your own granola? I just thought you could buy it in the supermarket or something. He says, yeah, well, I make my own. And so I started making my own because I wanted to get the qualities, the taste, everything in it that I needed and that I wasn't getting. So I started making it 50 years ago and have continued to make it until now. And now I'm putting it out there on the market, so to speak, because I've given away thousands and thousands and thousands of bags. Everywhere I go, I give it out, and people have responded very well to it. So I want to make it available for everybody at large. And plus, I'm running along a little thing. I'm going to be donating to, the actors are on strike. The actors and writers are on strike with Hollywood. And that's been very painful and hurtful to a lot of people. And so I'm donating funds from my profit of the granola sales to the Screen Actors Guild Foundation to help those who need help at this time in their lives.
That is a noble gesture. I mean, if you just decided, look, especially during a strike, I'm going to sell this granola, have another stream of income, establish this brand, whatever your reason, it would make sense and be reasonable. But you're deciding to give back to the community and to give back to your peers, many of whom don't have the resources or the resume that other actors do. And so some people are really facing troubled times. Do you have optimism that this strike is going to end soon? Where do things stand in your estimation?
It stands pretty much at ground zero. I mean, I've spoken to agents and producers and lots of people, and no one can give a definitive answer as to when this might end. It could go on for a long time. In fact, it already has gone on for a long time because people are really hurting, because most people are not really ready to sustain 2 or 3 months loss of employment, and they don't have the resources. And so then you start looking at your rent and your food and your well-being, and it's been very devastating to so many people.
No, absolutely. And I think for some people it's hard to have sympathy because they think every actor is making 7, 8, 9 figures. They think everybody just has, a bank account filled with money and they can just withstand a strike, and that you all are just being difficult.
Yeah, I mean, there is a hierarchy of actors who can do that. but mostly they're working actors. You look at the percentage of actors, working actors in this country, it's not substantial. People are out there doing second jobs and doing this. And it not only affects the actors, it affects everyone, you know, the people in food management, the people who supply the food for the actors. It affects the people on the other side of the camera. It affects towns where people would come in and do films, and there would be an influx of financial stability that comes to a town. It affects so many people, and you know, drivers, transporters, wardrobe people, costume, the list goes on and on. So
absolutely, and that's why we need to stand in solidarity with you and with all the actors, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because all of our fates are tied together. When we organize, we win. Organized people defeat organized power, and I want to see you all be successful. But before you go, real quick, where can we get some of that granola?
Well, you have to go to www.frankiefaisongranola.com, and there it is. Here's our new bag, our packaging, and you need to subscribe to that. And then we're launching it now, kind of, and we haven't really set a date yet when it will be available. But if you go in September, but if you go to that site, frankiefaisongranola.com. It will give you all the information you need to know. It's also sold right now.
I love it.
Right now, the only place you can buy it in person would be in Montclair, New Jersey, at the Pie Store, which is a place where that we're selling out of.